Good day, Jeffrey Howells Carpet Cleaning here, and we've got ourselves a 2-bedroom apartment that we're going to be cleaning up today. As we walk around, this is a move out, so these are polyester carpeting, commercial style, and I think what we're going to do, just by looking at the debris and stuff that's in the carpeting, we're going to go through, we're going to give our I think I'm going to rename it a 4-phase cleaning process. So we're going to go through, phase 1 being a really good thorough vacuum that we're going to do in the carpeting. Phase 2 being the application of our pre-spray. Phase 3 being the scrub and agitation that we're going to do with our CRB. Phase 4, we run our hoses and lines through it and give it a quick steam out. So, I honestly believe that that is the most thorough form of cleaning that you can possibly do. But what we're going to be using on these carpetings, because it's olefin, it's loving to hold on to this oil stuff that's here in the carpeting. And it's not a very tight knit, so that really what you need is something just to break it down, because the characteristics of oil or plastic carpet, for the most part, is that it likes to hold on to oils and grease and that sort of stuff. So you just need something to break that water tension down so that the carpeting will actually absorb the water, whereas typically it just kind of resists it. And think of it as being kind of waterproof, and you're wanting to add something to the water that will make it will have less of the characteristics of water, but will allow the fibers to absorb it so that you can rinse the dirt and stuff out of the carpeting. One thing that does happen with olefin carpets a lot of times, and I don't see it necessarily in here, but sometimes your carpeting is extremely tight knit, and you'll get dirt down in that carpeting, and then you'll get like an oily, sticky residue on top of the carpet. So that oily, sticky residue is actually preventing you to be able to even rinse the dirt out of the carpet. So you need a product. That's where your citrus, biosols, and sort of stuff kind of eat away at that grease and allow you to pull the dirt and stuff out. So the purpose of what we're doing here today, we're going to be using a product called Hot Knife by Back Away. I will show that to you in a moment. But that's pretty much what it does, is that it eats away at that greasy, oily stuff that is on that attaches itself to the carpet fibers, so that you're allowed to basically rinse the dirt and stuff out of the carpet. And that's pretty much kind of what the Commercial Magic does that I've been using. However, I have found the Commercial Magic works better on like olefin kind of carpeting, which is recycled plastic as well, except that it doesn't have any this nap or long fibers or anything to it. It's just flat, like commercial glue down or something. But anyways, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through here. We're going to give it a good pre-vacuum. Then we are going to apply Hot Knife. I'm also going to add some peroxide to the Hot Knife, because if you look out here, besides the fact that the peroxide is good at eating up organic or a natural deodorizer and all that stuff, it's also good at eating up natural biological sort of stuff in the carpeting, whether it be some urine or food droppings or whatever. And obviously a lot of this is probably just food dribble and stuff on the floor, so the peroxide really helped to break that stuff down and dissolve it. And I don't know what that is. Is that a beer that someone spilled on the floor? Well, beer wouldn't be that color, but maybe someone dumped a Coke. Who knows what that is? It might be a lot of residue there. So that's why I don't necessarily always trust an OP machine or bonnet cleaning or anything like that in commercial situations, especially when you got to rinse tons of stuff out of the carpet. I guess that comes down to your trust in the product that you're using. I don't trust encapsulation solutions to the point that it's dissolving everything in the carpet. Because if I can rinse it out, I feel a lot safer rinsing it out than just having faith that the chemistry is doing what they say it's doing. So that is my thoughts and feelings on that. And that's probably going to start a World War III or something one of these days in the carpet cleaning industry. Because it's not that I'm one or the other. I actually use all methods of cleaning myself. It's just that I prefer to extract when extraction seems like it's needed, and bonnet clean when bonnet clean looks like it's sufficient. And in this case we're using CRB to agitate, so we are doing some VLM cleaning here today, but we're using it in conjunction with our steam cleaning. So I kind of coined the term hybrid carpet cleaning. Other guys have coined it their own thing. Looking at Roger Lloyd, it looks like he calls it a scrub and steam. And we're basically all doing the same thing. It's just like, wow, physics, chemistry, let's combine the two and actually make something that really kicks butt. And if you think about it, it's just the science behind the carpet cleaning in general that we're just leveraging it and getting as much oomph out of our cleaning products, tools, and equipment, and applying it to the situation to get the best results that we possibly can. Alright, so this is the chemistry that we're using today. I'm using the detonator by back way, and I'm using the hot knife. The detonator is basically peroxide that we are adding to boost the chemistry of the hot knife. The hot knife has all the what's that word? I can never pronounce it right without reading it. Surfactants and other things in there for dissolving and breaking down that greasy, gnarly, hard stuff that attaches to the carpet. It's basically just residue and stuff that traps grease or dirt and things into the carpeting, especially by your polyesters and your recycled plastics that like to hold on to all that stuff. So really what you're needing to do is strip that surface off so you can rinse the dirt out. So that's more or less what we're using the hot knife for here today. Now, one thing that sets your higher end cleaners aside from your cheap carpet cleaners is that no, not all carpet cleaning is the same. If you take a look at this stuff, just a gallon of this stuff is $40 a gallon, and this stuff is like $25 a gallon. So, I'm using both of those products. There are some super, higher end products that are literally $50, $60, $70 a gallon. That kind of sets you apart quite a ways as far as the effectiveness of your cleaning from the guys that are charging $9.95 a room, that are basically just rinsing your carpets with water and not any soap. Or maybe they actually went to the dollar store and picked up some awesome, whatever that's awesome, LA awesome stuff, and they're dousing that on the floor. Awesome? Nah, that's not quite so awesome when you figure out what they're actually doing. And so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put this into our sprayer, spray it down. I like using an electric sprayer in these 2-gallon jugs. It allows me to pretty much cover all of the carpeting very well with that. There are no animal stains in here as I went around. I am going back to truck mount forums to pick up one of Rob's UV lights. I watched the video on the light compared to other lights, and pretty much sold me instantly. So that's I'm gonna hopefully get that order in here in the next day or so. But anyways, yeah, we're going to apply this generously in the carpet, and then we will break out our CRB and agitate it throughout all the fibers. Okay, you guys, in here there were black greasy spots all over the place. I explained the how, the why with the peroxide and hot knife products that we were using. And I gotta say that for VLM, this is absolutely awesome results that we got here. Am I surprised? No, not really, because I know that I'm using high quality stuff. However, I accidentally left my wand in grinding room and stuff at another location, so I'm gonna have to come back here and brush it out, and then I will take a good look around after it's dry, maybe give it another vacuum. But you know, IICRC specification says that a pre-vacuum usually will pull out an average of about 79 to 80% of all the dry debris that's in the carpeting. When we first got here, the carpets had already been vacuumed by the cleaners that were here. We went through again, we vacuumed again, we pulled out another 20 to 30% of our Kirby bag. Then we went through into the VLM. I was paying attention to the buildup on the brushes and in the trays. There wasn't a significant amount of debris that was coming out, so I feel very confident that we got most of the debris out of the carpeting. Ate away at a bunch of the greasy, grimy stuff. That's an indentation from, you know, furniture or something that was sitting there. The only spot that I did have an issue with was whatever that mystery brown spot is, and I'm going to put some stain remover on it, similar to Stain 1 by Pro's Choice. It's actually called Stain Exit, and it is by ChemSpec. So we're going to go ahead and apply it there, and then when I come back tomorrow, just to do a quick groom out, I will check it to see if it was able to lift it out. I thought maybe that was just Coke or something that got spilled there. It would have reacted a little bit differently if it had been Coke. So I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe it was coffee. If it was coffee, the Stain X is definitely going to take care of it. So, and that's part of the magic and oxidization that we get with the peroxide as well. So we put that down there a little bit heavy, but a lot of times, you know, when dealing with certain kinds of coffee stains, depending on what the coffee was made with, how strong, and all those different variables, sometimes it just takes a little bit of time for it to oxidize and come out completely. So we're going to go ahead and treat it with some Stain Exit, and we'll call it good for tonight. It looks, again, this is just VLM cleaning using Backway's hot knife and detonator product. And then we agitated using a CRB, and it looks absolutely beautiful.